Hi, welcome back. I'm Ashley Morris, lead tutor and owner at amtutors.com, where we specialize in virtual one-on-one tutoring for middle school and high school math students. And in this video, we're going to learn about multiplying fractions. The cool thing about this, we don't need a common denominator. The only time you have to get a common denominator for fractions is if you're adding and subtracting. But we do have to make these improper to start. Then we're going to multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator, and then if you need to, you can reduce or convert to mixed numbers. Depends on what your teacher wants. The higher you go in math, usually teachers are fine with improper fractions. I'm going to make all these mixed numbers and always reduce. Remember, pause, rewind, try these on your own. Go at your own pace. So step one is to make them improper. Don't have to do that. So then we're going to multiply the top, the numerator, multiply the bottom, the denominator. And if we can reduce, we can't. If we can, make it into a mixed number. Don't need to do that. So we're done. Number 2 is supposed to be 2 and a half. So 2 and a half times 3 3/7. Make these improper first. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 3 is 24 over 7. And do not feel bad if you need to come over to the side and do 3 times 3 and then add, 3 times 7. 3 times 7 and then add 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. If you need to go to the little margins on your paper or get out a totally separate sheet of paper, do it. No big deal. Then we're going to multiply the top and multiply the bottom. Well, the bottom's 14. The top, 24 times 5 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 more is 12. So we get 120 over 14. So this can be reduced. You can reduce it from here. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you a trick. You can divide this by 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, and you get 60 over 70, 60 over 7. And then let's divide 60 divided by 7. 7 times 8 is 56, and we have 4 left over. So that's going to be 7 and 8 and 4 7. That's what I get for talking and writing at the same time. And that is totally acceptable. You could do something called cross-canceling. So watch this. I'm going to go back to the red stuff. And if you notice, 2 and 24, they're diagonal from each other. One's on the top and one's on the bottom. That means you can cross-cancel them if they have a number that divides them evenly. So you would look at the 7 and the 5. Can't divide those by anything. Then you look at the 2 and the 24. Those I can divide. I can divide them both by 2. And the 5 and the 7, you're not going to change those. So this becomes 5 over 1 times 12 over 7. And then you multiply the top, you multiply the bottom. And ta-da, we got the same thing. But our numbers were smaller. We didn't have to multiply big numbers. So you can do it either way you want. Multiply it and then reduce at the end. I like cross-canceling, so I'm going to try and do that if I see it in the problem. Number 3. 15 plus 4 is 19 over 5. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15 over 2. So I made them improper. Now, if I can, I'm going to cross-cancel. You do not. You can skip the step if you want to. 5 divided by 5 gives me a 1, so 19 over, that's too tight. Let's put that over here. 19 over 1 times 15 gets divided by 5, and that becomes a 3 over 2. So then we can multiply the top and multiply the bottom. 2 on the bottom. 19 times 3 is 57. If you need to do that over on the side, go ahead. I saved some time and worked it out earlier. And then we're going to divide this. You can do long division if you need to. 57 divided by 2. 2 goes into 5 2 times. Bring down your 7. So it's going to be 28 and 1 out of 2 left over. All right, last one. And then you get to try some. Mixed numbers need to be improper. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. So I can cross cancel again. 3 divided by 3. I don't like how I wrote that. That looks confusing. Divide that by 3 and then divide this by 3. The 19 and the 5, you can reduce those numbers if possible. So you could go each way. You could go the 19 and the 5 and the 12 and the 3 if they both work. So that becomes 19 over 1 times 4 over 5. So 5 on the bottom. 19 times 4. Let's go over on the side and do that. 9 times 4 is 36. 4, 5, 6, 7, 76. That does not reduce, but we can do long division to make it into a mixed number. 5 goes into 7 one time. Bring down your 6 with 1 left over. So we get 15 and 1/5. I didn't do a very good job with my scratch word, but there you go. All right, I want you to pause and try these 3 on your own. So now that you've tried them on your own, let's do them together. Multiply the top. 6 times 3 is 18. 7 times 5 is 35. And you cannot reduce that. Number 2, 14 over 15, that's fine. Times, we got to turn that into a mixed number into an improper fraction. 21 times 1 is 21, plus 4 is 25. So remember how I said you could go each way with your cross canceling, if possible? So 14 and 21, I can divide both those by 7. So that 14 becomes 2, and that 21 divided by 7 becomes a 3. And if I go the other direction, 25 and 15 are both divisible by 5. So that's going to become a 3 and a 5. So cross-canceling, we're reducing inside the problem. You do not have to do that. You can multiply 14 times 25, 15 times 21, and then reduce all the way at the end. That's totally fine. And you get 10 over 9 no matter what, which is 1 and 1/9. Last one. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 1 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So this cancels both ways again. Divide this by 3. Oops, not divide, times. 1. And then 8 and 4 are divisible by 4. So 2 times 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 1 is not 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. That's reduced, but we do want to make it into it's an improper fraction. We need to make it into a mixed number. 2 goes into 3 one time with 1 left over. So I hope that helped. If you need a practice worksheet, there's one in the description. Also, any questions, put them in the comments. If you want me to do a video to help you out with what you're doing in school, put that in the comments, and I am happy to try and make you a video. Make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.